Hey, good morning, everyone. Jo here at SportsGrid. It's time for a bucket with Jo over here on SportsGrid TV. Now we're going to jump right into today's busy slate. We're going to kick it off with the Detroit Red Wings taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, Detroit has played Columbus very strong, but Columbus a strong home team this season. They're coming in at minus 125 on the money line. We got Detroit at plus 104. The total sitting at 6.5, which I'm shocked by the juice to the under. It's minus 120 to the under, minus 102 to the over. I'm expecting this to be a 4-3 style game here, with Columbus probably edging out the win at home. The Red Wings have played them strong. Like I said, though, they've won 5 of the last 6 meetings. The road teams also won 5 of the last 7. So if you want to take a shot on the Red Wings, I don't blame you. I'm going to look at the Red Wings to come out hot in that first period. I think that is your best way to tackle this team. The Red Wings first period on the money line, since they're the dog, it's coming in at minus 108. If you want to do the alt puck line laying a half a goal, I don't blame you. I think it's another strong way to go. I think this is a 2-1 first period for the Red Wings. So the over 1.5 in play, both teams to score in that first period in play as well. The players that I'm trusting in this game, Alex DeBrincat here for the Red Wings and Monahan here at home for Columbus. The over strong trend, 6-2 in the last 8 meetings, have gone over that total. And we have Columbus. I told you that home record so strong, 12-4-3 at home this season. And the Detroit Red Wings coming in 6-8-2. Sorry, the voice is going a little bit this morning. Let's look at the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Florida Panthers. Maybe I need some honey, you guys. The Carolina Hurricanes coming in here at plus 100. The Florida Panthers at minus 120. Total sitting at 5.5, minus 140 to the over, plus 114 to the under. This is an under game all day for me in this matchup. I think 3-2 win here for the Florida Panthers. I like their strength at home, and I do think with last change out here, and with Carolina being so inconsistent as of late out there on the road, the Florida Panthers will get the win here. The Florida Panthers in the first period on the puck line, another great way to look because of those inconsistencies out of Carolina. They actually have lost their last 5 first periods out here on the road, and I think it's something that's going to hold true. So you can lay the half a goal with the Florida Panthers in the first period. Prochekov expected in net here for the Carolina Hurricanes, and Bobrovsky for the Florida Panthers. Now, this is the first night of a back-to-back for the Florida Panthers with the Pittsburgh Penguins on deck tomorrow, but they won't be looking past the third team sitting here in the Metro and the Carolina Hurricanes. They're 8-9-2 on the road this season. They play really tight games with the Florida Panthers, with the dog covering the puck line in the last 6 meetings between these two in Florida. So I'm looking for this 3-2 style win here for the Florida Panthers. Now, I do think if one of these teams goes up by 2 goals, which could be possible, and still finishing in a 3-2 game, coming back in on the dog, especially if it's Florida, plus 1.5 is something that I am going to be looking to do tonight. I would look at Florida to get the win if they do go down in this game as well. I'll be coming back in on that beautiful plus money. Now, Matthew Tkachuk, I will be looking at him for the assist tonight. The Boston Bruins then take on the New York Rangers. Now, this is a straight pick 'em, and I can't get behind the Rangers here, even though they are in the Garden. Total of 5.5, plus 104 to the under, minus 128 to the over. I know what I've said about Swayman and how I don't have a lot of faith in Swayman right now, but we look at Swayman and we look at what he's been able to do versus the New York Rangers in his career, and I struggle to look at this game to go to the over. Jonathan Quick as well versus the Boston Bruins has strong numbers. Now, if it's Igor Shesterkin and not Jonathan Quick, take this game to the over because I think Boston will come out and put the majority of the goals. Still, I'm looking for Boston to be able to put those goals up, to be able to get the win here in the Garden. They've won 7 of the last 10 meetings in New York, so this is a strong place for Boston to be able to play. Swayman versus the Rangers has gone 2-2-2 in 6 games, goals against average of 1.82 and a 937 save percentage. And when we look here at Jonathan Quick, 13-6-1 in 20 games versus the Boston Bruins, a 918 save percentage of 2.40 goals against average. So I do think we have a goaltending battle out here on the ice. Give me the under 5.5. Again, the under 5.5 coming in at plus 104. So we're starting to get more value. It was plus 102 earlier. Now the underdog has won 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two. The home team has won each of the Bruins' last 6 games as well. But I'm not buying into it with this Rangers team. This is their first game home off a 3-game road trip. They're at the Capitals again on Saturday. So they're coming home and they're headed back out on the road. This team has lost their last 4. On Monday, they lost that game to the Florida Panthers, 5-3. And we have Boston looking to bounce back off of that loss versus the Capitals on the road, 3-1. So I'm looking for a strong day here out of Boston, and I love this game to the under 5.5. Okay, the Minnesota Wild versus the Washington Capitals. The Washington Capitals first period puck line is where I'm going to go. I got to tell you guys that right away. Let's just look at lines here. The Minnesota Wild at plus 136. I know it sounds tempting. The Washington Capitals at minus 164. I think the Caps win this, you guys. Total 5.5, plus 100 to the under, juice to the over. I really do think you get in, you get out. The Minnesota Wild are a strong team. I love what we're seeing out of their defense. Gustafsson has been strong. Got the win from the Predators on Tuesday, 5-3. They're at the Carolina Hurricanes on Saturday. This team's sitting second in the Central. They're a strong team. They've been able to keep tight games with the Washington Capitals. The last 8 games have all ended in 1-goal games. The Washington Capitals first period puck line holds value laying that half a goal. I think they're able to get up here in the first period. These teams trend to the under though. So if it goes 0-0 into that second period, I won't be shocked, but I do think the Capitals net 1 in that first. Now I'm going to look at Ovechkin to continue to roll hot. Ovechkin for the anytime goal. The home ice has been a major advantage between these two, with the home team winning the last 3. But this could come in OT, you guys. So I caution you about taking the Capitals in reg. I would probably look at this one to go to overtime before I looked at betting the full game. The Toronto Maple Leafs versus the New York Islanders. And we're flying through today's slate, you guys. If you're commenting and I'm not answering, it's because I had to pre-record. I've got something else I've got to do on the grid here at the top of the hour. So we're rushing through this pre-recording. And I apologize. I hope you guys understand. So the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the New York Islanders. Just quickly on this one, the Toronto Maple Leafs minus 115, the Islanders at minus 104. Total sitting at 5.5. Give me the over all day, minus 124 to the over 5.5. I think you can alt this over 6.5. I expect this to be a 4-3 style game. I know the Isles have had their struggles, but they've been getting those shots on goal as of late. And I'm looking for some positive regression out of their offense. I don't even know if you say positive regression. I'm looking for their offense to step up, you guys. So they've had 30 shots on average in their last 3 games. Yes, those shots have not been finding the back of the net at a high number, but I do expect in this one on Joseph Woll for them to connect. So 3 goals out of the Isles, 4 goals out of Toronto, or vice versa. I could see the upset here at home for the Isles getting the win. So give me the over 5.5. Ulted to over 6.5 for a sprinkle for that great plus money. And I look at Brock Nelson here for the Isles for his anytime goal. He hasn't got a goal in like a month, you guys. All of December, he went goalless. He is due, and I hate using that word due, but I really do feel that Brock Nelson is due. And then when we look at the Maple Leafs, Mitch Marner's been playing so strong. But John Tavares versus his former team at plus 175 for the anytime goal, I think holds so much value here. He is rolling on that top line. The Anaheim Ducks taking on the Winnipeg Jets. The Anaheim Ducks coming in at plus 225. Now, you know we've cashed with the Ducks, but can we cash here versus the Winnipeg Jets? I just don't think so. The Winnipeg Jets at minus 280. Total of 6.5. The juice to the 6.5 to the under at minus 134. I'm going to take the Ducks team total under 2.5. I just don't see those goals for them coming. In their last 10 games versus the Winnipeg Jets, they've averaged right on 2 goals per game. And they did win. That's in Winnipeg or overall. They did win that last game 3-2 at home on December 18th. Look for the Winnipeg Jets with their strong power play to just come out flying in this one. Again, that power play converting at 32.5%. This defense is solely holding opponents to 2.46 goals per game, which is best overall in the league. The Ducks rolling in just with a weak power play. This power play is only 12.4%. Weak kill at 74.5 as well. Give me the Winnipeg Jets first period puck line. Give me the Winnipeg Jets for the full game on the puck line as well. Kyle Connor and Mark Scheifele here for those points tonight, those power play points. The Ducks have lost their last 9 in Winnipeg. Look for Winnipeg to roll hot. You guys, the Ottawa Senators taking on the Dallas Stars. Now, this is going to be a game that comes down to goaltending. Jake Ottinger, phenomenal goaltender, in for the Stars. Matt Sogard's getting the start here for the Ottawa Senators, which is dangerous, you guys. He's 1-1 with a 5.24 goals against average, an 800 save percentage. He's given up 8 goals in just over a game and a half. So he's being yanked, you guys. Could the Senators pull off the upset? Plus 152 here on the money line. I do think it is possible if they give him the protection. It sounds crazy. I know. I just had this weird gut feeling that something's going to happen with the Ottawa Senators tonight because of their ability to find the back of Ottinger's net. I'm looking for a big night out of them. We're looking at a Stars team that has won their last 2. They have Utah on deck on Saturday and then at the Rangers on Tuesday. The first night of a back-to-back here for the Sens. They're at the Blues tomorrow. I don't know. Something's just telling me they could possibly pull it off. Now, that would be a sprinkle on the Senators at plus 152. I think the prop betting market is where you need to look. Brady Tkachuk for the goal tonight. Josh Norris for the goal tonight at plus 260. Norris has 5 goals in the last 4 games versus Dallas, so I love Norris to come out tonight. Heiskanen here for the Dallas Stars for points minus 128. For 2+ points is plus 440. 8 points in the last 10 games versus the Ottawa Senators, and 3 of those games have been multiple point games. So I love Heiskanen. I love Josh Norris. Those are my favorite bets of this game other than anything else, you guys. And I do expect it has to go over this total if Dallas wins, and if Ottawa wins, they got to really lock it down. And I don't know if they can. Could they still win 4-3? Yeah, they could. The Buffalo Sabres taking on the Colorado Avalanche. Give me the Avs team total over 3.5 at minus 116. Buffalo has been allowing those goals to come in so fast. They've struggled on the road, 7-10-1 out there on the road. It's just the way to find value with this one, because looking at Colorado, let me just pull these lines up, you guys. We got to fly. I've got something in 10 minutes. I'm minus 210 here for the Colorado Avalanche. I don't love that puck line, minus 1.5 at plus 122. I think you just look at those goals to come in by Colorado. Look at Cale Makar for the power play point tonight. He's been making us money. Alex Tuch has been able to score those goals over the past 10 games, with 4 goals over the past 10 for the Sabres. So that's where I'd look, as well as Tage Thompson, parlaying those guys for their points. 18 goals and 12 assists for the Sabres for Tage Thompson. Rantanen has 21 goals and 33 assists for the Avs. So that's where I would look as well. Now, the Utah Hockey Club are taking on the Calgary Flames. Calgary has Dustin Wolf in net. Dustin Wolf is a play on for me at home. They're coming in at plus 100, minus 120 for Utah. I don't trust Utah. This team has lost their last 5. Calgary coming off the nice win versus Vancouver with Wolf in net. Calgary is a straight play. Give me Calgary plus 100. Utah won the last meeting back in October 5-1, but I do think they've been playing in such tight games. They failed to cover the puck line in their last 6 as a favorite, but they covered that puck line in 15 of their last 17 games as a dog. So these have been tight games. I expect this one to be a tight one. Calgary really stepping up, though, offensively, hitting Vermelka in this game, and Wolf standing on his freaking head. I expect another game like we saw versus Vancouver. So give me Calgary here for the win. The Vancouver Canucks versus the Seattle Kraken. Now, the Vancouver Canucks are plus 100. The Kraken at minus 120. Total sitting at 5.5, minus 110 to either way. The last time these teams matched up, Seattle did get that 5-4 win. Seattle's been struggling at home in that first period versus the Pacific. They haven't been able to win their last 5 in this situation. I'm going to get in and out. I'm going to ride with Vancouver on the puck line in the first period to come in and get that big win. Now, you have to do alt puck line laying that half a goal, but I do think it is the best way to go in this matchup. I also like them to win the whole game, but again, I'm not getting as much value as I would like at plus 100. I wanted them coming in at plus 120. Vancouver is a strong team, and they're stronger out there on the road. We have seen Seattle win their last 2. Monday, they got the win 5-2 over at Utah. Joey Decord expected in net. Now, Seattle's just been struggling on both ends of the ice, and I think Vancouver is a much better team. Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson haven't had confirmation if we will see either of them out there on the ice. I'm expecting at least one of them to hit the ice tonight, and I do think Vancouver can get those goals. The Philadelphia Flyers taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. You guys, the Flyers team total under 2.5 at -102 is where I'm going to go in this one. Vegas coming in as a big favorite, and rightly so. The Vegas Golden Knights have been playing great hockey. They're at home, and they're off that loss versus Montreal on Tuesday, 3-2. They're going to look to come out on fire off of that loss. They're going to look to lock down on the defensive side of things. We see Vegas off of losses. They don't try to outscore their opponents in the next game. What they try to do is lock down on the defensive side of things. Get up and then lock down. So look for Vegas to put that lockdown on the Flyers. The Flyers have been allowing way too many goals. They don't have a great kill. And I just don't trust them here against the Vegas Golden Knights. So the Flyers team total under 2.5. The Flyers defense just won't have enough ability to lock down on Vegas. So I don't want to touch a total for the full game. Just the Flyers team total. And last but not least, you guys, we're going to finish up with the Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the San Jose Sharks. Now, I love here looking at the Sharks in the first period to come out strong and give us a goal. But we know Tampa will too. Total 6.5 in this game, -110 to either way, -280 for the Lightning. I don't want to touch the game. I want to take the first period over 1.5 goals, -140, but both teams to score in the first period at +160. Tampa's team total is too juiced over 3.5 at -152, but I do think it comes into play today. Georgiev will be in net tonight for the San Jose Sharks. We know we can't trust him. Andrei Vasilevskiy here for the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Lightning's offense has been absolutely phenomenal, averaging 3.94 goals per game. 26.9 shots on goal, and they're able to win that face-off. So, sorry, their power play is converting at 26.9. Strong power play, strong face-off versus the San Jose Sharks. And you guys know I love the San Jose Sharks when we have the ability to hit them, but they've lost their last 8. They got shut out versus the Flyers in their last game. With the shutout, I expect both teams to score in the first period because the Sharks will come out hungry. Celebrini to Foley. First period, both teams to score. Best bet of the game. Now, we have seen the Tampa Bay Lightning win the last 3 meetings versus the Sharks, outscoring them 18-2. So if you just want to jump on the Tampa Bay Lightning full game puck line, I don't blame you. It should hit in this one. But you guys, that's it for Pocket with Joe over here on SportsGrid TV. I apologize for such a quick show. I just need to do something else with the grid, and I'm sorry that I did not interact with your comments because, of course, this is recorded, so you're watching it, and I'm not seeing those comments come in. You guys are absolutely the best. Have a fantastic day. We'll be back tomorrow live at noon Eastern. Bye, guys. Hit some anytime goals.